evening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Holy Smokes. Today's a good day because we have some good stuff in store for you today. Now, first off, we have given to me by a good friend of mine, Edward, the St. Mary's Roll 1973 rum. Obviously, this is a limited edition rum coming up from Foursquare. And what we're going to be having it with today is our beautiful La Perla Wide. This is a 6x60 cigar. This is a Nicaraguan cigar. And this is actually made by Nestor Plasencia. If you're familiar with Plasencia cigars or Nestor cigars, all the same people, all coming out from the same farm and everything like that. So this is a delicious cigar. As I said, this is a 6x60 cigar. And they only make them in big ring gauges. That's why they're called the La Perla Habana Wide. So all the cigars that in this category are big ring gauge cigars, right? So we're gonna open up our St. Mary's roll. I'm just gonna rest my cigar one side there for a quick bit. And what I love about this actual cigar, it has a big, bold, wide band. I like that. Get a nice flair to it, you know? Now, this is almost like an unboxing video. So this is St. Mary's Roll rum. I know this is coming out from Foursquare Distillery, who makes some amazing rums. And this one actually comes with 2 glasses. So 2 commemorative glasses. And then we have, packaging is really good. We have the St. Mary's Roll 1973 rum from Foursquare Distilleries. So we can just put that back in there and get this box out of the way a little bit. There we go. We got our cigar. We got our rum. We are all set. Glass. Let's go to crack this bad boy open. Taking off all of that stuff. We can get rid of that stuff. Yep, there that goes. Somebody will clean it up later. Now, when you smell this rum, I've had this rum twice before, but this is my first. This is the first ownership of one of these bottles that I have. So that smells delicious. As you know, I personally like my alcohol with a little bit of a chill on it. So I actually have some ice blocks in there with this rum. Now I'm gonna give it a little stir. I wish you guys were here to enjoy this with me, but you are here in YouTube world. So thank you. I suggest you go to The Nation Publishing sometime very soon and get yourself one of these boxes, or 2, or maybe 3 if you're eligible to. Drink one and put one side. That will be a collector's item. You could fetch a pretty penny for that sometime in the near future. Yeah. So what we got here now, we have our La Perla Wide. As I said, this is a 660 cigar, big dog ring gauge, Nestor Plasencia. And this actually has a tri-country filler. So Honduran, Nicaraguan, and Costa Rican filler, right? And the wrapper is actually a Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper. So you got a nice dark, it's not too veiny. This is very smooth on the outside. You know, you could see it's just perfection. That's all I could say. This is just perfection. And I've smoked a few of these. So my box is going down. So we can get this bad boy lit. And we can get going with this. Now, you've heard me on a number of times talking about the different countries that make up, whether it's the inside or the wrapper part of the cigar. But this one actually has As I said, this is a tri-country, I call it. So Honduran, you have Nicaraguan and Costa Rican. Now, we don't normally hear a lot about Costa Rica, the country, in regards to tobacco, but those guys are growing some good tobacco down there as well. We have Ecuador, we have Cameroon, and all those other different countries, even as far as Indonesia. So a lot of countries are making and growing proper tobacco. This is a very well made cigar. And the binder, I forget to say, the binder is actually Honduran. So you have Honduran in the inside with filler. You have Honduran on the inside as well with the binder. You have Nicaragua on the inside with the filler and Costa Rica on the inside with the filler. Outside, Pennsylvania broadleaf. Now, for me, I find the Pennsylvania broadleaf, you got that nice color on it. It's very dark, well aged, and very is an oily wrapper as well too. I put it right up there, kind of like with the Cameroon, but the flavor is not as hard hitting and what's not as a Cameroon, right? But this gives you a nice oily texture on the outside, and the flavor on that Pennsylvania broadleaf is a bit unique to compare to some others. And again, you got to try the different things so you know the difference, you know. So that only comes, knowing that only comes from smoking copious amounts of tobacco, copious amounts of cigars. So you got to get out there and try these things, yeah. On the retro heel, you're getting those notes of, how could I put it? You get a lot of coffee notes in there, not a lot of pepper. You would think that because this cigar is a big ring gauge, that it will be very spicy. Not so much. Nice cocoa, just smooth. That smooth chocolatey flavor you're getting out of this cigar. It's just smooth. I'm not saying that you're getting Cadbury chocolate and all that kind of nonsense that you hear guys coming up with sometimes when it comes with the flavor profiles and the notes. But when you smoke it, you get that note of coffee as if I could be drinking this. I mean, smoking this with a nice coffee. And this would pair very well. Now, back to our run. St. Mary's Road, 1973. Now, for those of you guys out there, please know Barbados invented rum. We are the number one connoisseurs. We are that country. That's us. We invented the rum. As far back as you go in the early records, rum, Kill Devil, rum bouillon, Barbados. Then it caught on to the other countries, of course, during the slave trade. And it's a little bit unfortunate that anybody could make rum, to be honest with you. Anybody, all over the world could make rum. Because we don't have that thing called, I think it's called a GI. Whereas, like how you have cognac France, champagne France, tequila Mexico, etc., etc. Cachaça, Brazil, and different things along that line. But any Tom, Dick, Harry, and Mary could make rum. So it would be really good if, I don't know how the process goes, whether you have to approach it as a country or if it is the individual factories on island that would have to then decide to give that push so that rum could only be rum if it's made in Barbados. I'm not sure either how that works in terms of after this long, lengthy time, if something like that could be changed. If it could be changed that Barbados has the GI for it, meaning rum comes from Barbados and it's only rum if it comes from Barbados, that would be amazing to say the least. That would be really, really amazing. That would really put us on the map. I mean, yes, we're on the map already when it comes to rum, but to be that country that has that hold on this product would be amazing as a Barbadian and for a country. I think that would be really, really, really good. So I really do hope whoever the powers that be could get it done. I hope that they get it done, at least within my time when I'm above ground and living. So that would be really amazing that we could be known as the country, unless it comes from there, it is not rum. Because currently, anybody could make rum. You could be in Alaska, make rum. You could be in Costa Rica. You could be in Brazil. You could be wherever where you want, and you could make rum and call it rum, sell it on the open market, and that's that. But not to be salty about it, but it would really be good, if we could have that label, just like how cognac and all these other guys have that label for their products. I'm bound to the region, I'm bound to the country. So that would be really excellent. So I say this, St. Mary's Roll, get it? This is an amazing drink, amazing beverage from Richard Seal and the guys up there at Foursquare. And they're making some exceptional rums. I mean, this is not for an exceptional cask, but this rum, this is a 12-year. This is a 12-year rum. 12 years. And the flavor on this, you would swear that you're drinking maybe a 14. But this is a delicious 12-year rum. This could be, you could drink this on ice, you could drink this by itself. You know me, I let my things with a little bit of chill on there. But you could drink this by itself neat on the rocks, or maybe on a rock, one big rock. And it's a delicious drink. I don't know what the guys doing up there, but they're doing a fantastic job. I would just like to collect as much of these rums as possible, even with the exceptional cask rums. And to be honest with you, I always drank rum, but I was only privy to knowing about all these different rums of the exceptional cask series from going to the Platinum Coast Cigar Lounge and being introduced to these rums by some of my friends and what's not. And since drinking them, I cannot really go back to drinking anything less than sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Anything from Foursquare, 5-year, 12, 14, exceptional cask, all those things are really, really good. And there are a lot of different rums in the exceptional cask that if you can get them and you get your hands on them, I suggest you do. Collect them, buy them, but at the same time, the only thing, well, I guess business is business, that it's very hard for some of the locals to get their hands on it sometimes. But you could get it in other countries easily versus, I understand, is an exceptional cask rum. So you don't want to be selling it any and everywhere. But if us as locals could be able to get maybe 3 bottles, maybe 4 bottles, nothing too extreme. You don't want people coming and buying up 10 and 15 bottles. That's just ridiculous. But, if we could get these exceptional drinks first, because I do believe that we have a good rum market in Barbados. I do believe you had a lot of connoisseurs here on island. And I do know that business is business and you need to get your stuff off the island as well to bring in those sales. But as locals, we would like at least more than 1 bottle. You know what I mean? 1 bottle of this exceptional drink, and then there's nothing else and it's gone, poof. You can't go to Massey and buy it. You can't go to Wine World and buy it. You can't go to Cabin Vino and buy it. You got to get it from RLCs themselves. But if you're going to get 1 bottle, like, oh man, at least ease me off 3 bottles. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys out there at Foursquare happen to be watching and they say, you know what, you can break off and do 3 bottles. That'd be great. Thank you very much. I wouldn't say no. So guys, I just want to say again, thank you for joining me today on this little cigar journey. This is an exceptional cigar. This cigar comes in a box or casket. I mean, this is deep. So this comes in a box of 20. You're 20 in here. And this is, as I said, 6 by 60. And I really love the artwork all the time by La Perla. I love the detail on the inside of the boxes, even the detail on the bands, you know. That artwork is really, really beautiful. Really, really a nice collectible item. And even you could feel it. It's almost like it's beveled or lifted or something like that. So you could actually feel the artwork. So that's really nice. So that's a beautiful box. So I suggest you guys go on Cigar International. Shout out to the guys over at Cigar International. Always get me my cigars on time and they always hook me up well. Thank you again. So go out, try these cigars, guys. They're not going to put you wrong. Trust me. And I will not put you wrong. If it was not a good cigar, I will not be smoking it and smiling. This is an exceptional cigar from Mr. Nestor Plasencia. So thank you for creating this stick. This is an amazing stick and no complaints. Again, enjoy, guys. Have a good drink, have a good cigar, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you again for joining us at Holy Smokes.